Hey guys, I'm outside my place here in California. It is pretty nice for December. I complain when it gets under 60 degrees. Makes me feel like a real California person. We like to complain here, even though I'm actually not a California resident. Excited because today is the day we are starting the 22 things happy people do differently. And I've done this series before, but I'm gonna take it up a notch. And the reason I'm doing this is because I feel like in my life, I've not been happy, and it's because I have forgotten these things. I've been traveling, I've been doing this, making excuses. And you'll see that happy people don't make excuses. We'll see a lot of things in those days to come. And you guys might ask, why 22? Well, they say it takes 21 days to create a habit. So we're gonna create a habit of being healthy. Happiness is a choice. Joyfulness is a choice. These lights just came on and that made me happy. They actually just did. So we're gonna talk about how we do that. So again, I know you can say, Steve, what if, bad things happen, you're not gonna always be happy. You're not gonna always be happy 100% of the time, but there's things you can do in your day to read, to think about them. You are what you think about. So if you put into place things that will cause you to think happy and to do things that will make you happy, at the end of the day, you will be happy. So there's steps you can take, just like going into the gym to build happiness, to build a better body, to build happiness. It doesn't come just by chance. Happy people, what is happiness even? Happiness, like how do we define happiness? Happiness is, to me, if I can describe happiness in a few sentences, it is that feeling I get watching other people light up through service that I do. So this holiday season, if you want to see somebody light up, do something good for them, do something nice for them, do something special. Serving, I think, is the quickest way to happiness. I'm just going to put that as a disclaimer before any of these things. Service and giving to others, that feeling when you give to your family member and it's just something that changes their whole day, that feeling is happiness. So we're gonna jump on the journey. First things first, I'm gonna give you day number 1. Write it down, keep a journal on this. We're gonna go through this together. Again, it's a good reminder for me, but can I just say right now, happiness can be as simple as sitting outside looking at Christmas lights. I just dropped my camera before I turn this on. All right, woosah. So we're talking about happiness here. If you guys can take notes on this, what I'm doing is I'm keeping a happiness calendar. So we're gonna have 22 days here, 21, the final one, 22 here, and then just some areas for notes. If you guys wanna do this, and the reason why I'm doing this, A, I feel like I've gotten away from it, but B, the world's kind of a crazy place right now. I feel like there's so many people, me included, that feel like the world's just kind of spiraling, and you can either be a force for good or for bad. And I, for one, want to try to be a positive change. And I know you guys probably follow my videos for fitness stuff. We're still gonna do fitness stuff as we go along with this. I wanna do more with that. But I wanna get back to the why I'm doing things. I wanna get back to, okay, what is the purpose of fitness and health? It's to be happier. That's one of our things we're gonna be writing down here. But there's other things too. So wanting to be more about mental health, spiritual health, happiness. Like, what is happiness? Happiness is joy, enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, but it's not what happiness is not. It's not a destination. Happiness, I'm sure you've heard it before, happiness is a journey. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be keeping track. So happiness isn't something, you achieve overnight. You're going to have to work at it for days. And you're going to want these notes to kind of refer back to as a refresher as we move forward with our year of 2017 to make it the best year you have ever had and that I've ever had, because we're gonna be happy. I did not create this list. I do like it, and I'm not gonna be going in order of the list that's online, but my first list is going to be in the order that I want. So the first thing that happy people do differently, successfully, is be honest. What does that mean? Be honest. Well, I sound like a kindergarten teacher. What does it mean? What does it all mean, class? Being honest with yourself. Let's talk about that for a second here. I'm not gonna lie, I have nothing in my house. I Absolutely nothing. See, I said I wasn't gonna lie there. I say that a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Why do we say that? Why do we think people care if we're not if we lie? I'll tell you what, this right now, one thing I've learned is that when you lie, it's actually so much harder on yourself. I was actually just talking to this with a friend, and I'm gonna be making my pre-workout as I do this. A little Amino Energy. Who's calling me right now? Patrick, my buddy Patrick. I will call you back. I'm sorry, I can't talk right now because I'm talking to YouTube. So, how about my video the other day where those guys were grunting, by the way? That was hilarious. No, I'm not gonna answer it. I can't. I'm in a thought here. So, when you lie, it just comes back. I can't talk when that phone is ringing. It's actually my computer. So when you lie, it really just comes back to you. You start feeling worse about yourself. You have no self-esteem, you have higher levels of stress, and you have to continue to lie to keep covering things up. So, it doesn't make sense. This fridge, by the way, I still got my Halo top in there. It doesn't make sense to even tell a lie in the first place when you really think about it. And everyone always says, you know, I didn't want to tell the truth because so-and-so was going to get mad. If I tell the truth, you're going to get mad. And you know what? Growing up, that was my excuse a lot of the times for not telling my parents the truth if I snuck out. But really, like, if you're doing something wrong, that's usually when we have to lie about things and you know you're going to get in trouble and you know you should get in trouble. That's when we lie. Or is if, you know, a lot of times in relationships, if it's an unhealthy relationship and you feel like you can't tell the truth, you lie to cover it up. The problem with that is it just looks bad on you. Now, if you're with a person that gets mad at the slightest thing, like if you tell them the truth, then they're gonna get mad, so people lie. But where that doesn't make sense is because now you're taking the power away from them. You're saying, I don't trust you enough not to get mad at me if I tell you the truth, so I'm gonna lie. And that's an unhealthy relationship because all of a sudden you take away their power and now it's on you. Let them decide if they want to get mad about things. If you've been upfront, if you've done nothing wrong, sometimes you got to tell the truth when it's hard. Telling the truth when it's not easy because you've screwed up is not an easy thing to do. But you have to realize in the long run, it's going to clear your conscience and you're going to be so much better off. If that person though, if you tell the truth and that person still gets mad at you and it's not something that's, you know, a big deal, you need to look at who that person you're with, you know, are they worth it? And maybe you need to have a talk with them like, hey, I can't tell you things because you always get mad about the silliest little things. But you still have to tell them the truth because you don't want it to come back and you don't want it to be about you not doing it. If you tell them the truth, if you give them all the facts and they still get mad, it's on them. So, lesson 1 for the day, just be upfront with people. Tell them the truth about things. I am going to add some creatine and glutamine, kill this Amino Energy. This one is not my favorite flavor. It's not bad. This is the strawberry lime, but I have other favorites and I gotta go to the gym. I don't want to be a liar. Sometimes I'll admit, I'll say on social media, on Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, gotta go lift. And what do? I sit right there by the TV and I eat. It's not a good idea. I don't do it often, but sometimes I do it. Let's go work out. By the way, Optimum, I'm a year and a half older than you guys. Is that by coincidence? I think not. So I am definitely ready to go. I think talking to you guys while doing my Amino Energy, I did double serving, so I have like 320 milligrams, 340 milligrams of caffeine, more than I usually get. I usually don't take that much, usually 2 scoops. I think I got 4. Freaking out. Also, a lot of beta-alanine. My skin's on fire. Here's today's workout. So you guys can see it's a back day. We do some chest stuff on there. Do a little bit of shoulders too, but it's primarily back. So we got T-bar chest supported row, close grip lat pull down, dumbbell pullovers. Nice quiet gym here. I might be rocking my straps and rocking my belt here. Shout out to Cardello for making that for me. Like an hour to get this done. The big program these are longer workouts. The big program will be launching again. Every time I'm talking in here, we get my man grunting. He's killing. He watches Soldier Nation stuff, so he's allowed to grunt all that he wants. But we're gonna go in this little area in here, just because my last video had grunting. Look, I'm outside now. How dope is this gym? So, big program. Everything, we're gonna be relaunching on the 18th, and it's gonna be a hypertrophy big side, and then we're also gonna do a get lean. I just let the cat out of the bag. You guys are gonna be seeing things on that to come. So I'm gonna be doing the get lean because I'm gonna be prepping for something. Don't know exactly what yet, but I think I have an idea. So workouts right now, beginning portion is strength, and then it's hypertrophy. So tonight, I get some back, a little bit of push stuff, just to kind of offset that back work. And then I got biceps. Then I got a little bit of cardio, and then Courtney's coming into town. So it's gonna be a great weekend. Tomorrow I'm running a Tough Mudder for my birthday. So by the time you guys are watching this, it is my birthday. So after the warm up, what we got tonight, 8 sets of 3 of weighted chin-ups, 4 count on the way down. So it's really, really tough. These are gonna blow you up. We're supersetting that for a close grip bench press. Like I said, we're gonna do some pushing. We're gonna do 8 sets of this and superset it with 8 sets, 4 of which are gonna be the close grip bench press, and then 4 Arnold presses. My camera's gonna die. I'm just gonna do this until my camera dies. I'm so bad at that.